Hey, I got a joke for you. What do you call a black astronaut?
I don't know.
An astronaut. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Slob on the Pod. Episode, wait for it, guys, 100. That's right, everybody. Episode 100. We did it. We made it to 100. Not a big deal, guys. I don't want to make a big deal about it.
It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal. It's 100 episodes. Anyone can do it, right? A lot of you guys don't do it, but anyone can, though. Anyone can. And I did it. So
you did great.
I want to say thank you, everyone, up to this point, up to 100 episodes. Everyone that's viewed, listened, commented, liked, subscribed, followed. Thank you, guys, everybody. That's it. That's the end of the Slob on the Pod. We only wanted to go up to 100 episodes. I just wanted you to be here to witness that.
All done. Bye.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
I'm honored.
Yeah, dude. We really don't have to mention your name because it's over. The show's over. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Slob on the Pod, episode 100. That is correct. I am your host, Jordan Tondo. My chode host to my right, Emil Ishaya, the Grizzly Bear himself. And we have none other than the undisputed Mexican national champion wrestler of the US of A in Mexican. He's a Mexican wrestler, Carlos El Monke Monteon Jr., everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, buddy.
Thank you.
This is, if everyone remembers, he was on a while back. Welcome on again.
Thank you.
New setup, so this is cool.
Yes, sir.
How you been, brother?
I'm absolutely grateful to be here. Man, it feels amazing to be part of the episode 100.
Not a big deal.
I know, not a big deal, but I'm going to consider it a big deal. But yeah, no, I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for having me, and yeah, let's get it rolling.
Oh man, thank you. Well, Mil, you guys already met, so this is Mil's first time.
Yeah,
meeting the monkey. Real quick, no one thinks that's racist that you call yourself the monkey?
Oh yeah, no, people say like, yeah, I'm not gonna call you that.
It's a big problem.
Yeah, but
most definitely.
But here's the thing. That's one of the reasons why I actually went along with it. You know, I leaned into it because I kind of figured, hey, bro, if anybody ever calls me a monkey, it's gonna be like a sign of power. It's yeah, that's
fair enough. Yeah.
Is that what it is? Is that why it's your nickname? You're like monkey strong?
No, because I've always
so you're strong like a monkey.
So I personally don't consider myself to be a strong person, but when I roll around with my coaches and stuff like that, they tell me oh dude, you are strong. So I guess I don't know, maybe it's just imposter syndrome or whatever, but
it's just like us. People tell us we're funny all the time, but I don't think I'm fucking funny. They tell me all the time. It's so annoying.
So how dare they? No, but I grew up with monkeys all pretty much my whole life.
Whoa, dude, that's racist.
No, I mean what? No,
actual monkeys.
Yeah,
of animal.
My mom loved apes. You know, she had a bunch of stuffed animals. My first game that I ever played was Donkey Kong 64.
Nice.
My favorite game ever is on the Game Boy Advance was Donkey Kong Country. You know, so by the time I was getting this tatted, I was 2 and 2 clicked, and I was it would be great to make a personal brand out of a monkey. You know? Yeah,
and not only this, I don't know if you've seen, but have you seen his entrance into the mat?
I haven't.
All right, I'm going to show you it. This is really interesting. I love it.
No worries.
There we go. All right. This is cool. I like this.
Let's talk about the first time that I ever did my signature.
It's just going to be in the
monkey
intro. We're going
roll
to watch the whole
in a
thing.
real match. When I first posted this entrance, I was not prepared for the overwhelming amount of comments saying how zesty this quadruped walk to the center looked, which is totally valid. But keep in mind, I was mimicking the way that chimpanzees walk. As you can see, I failed to consider the arm length of chimps. This right here is the perfect demonstration of how a chimp walk should look by Kate Harcher. I obviously didn't have arm stilts, so it ended up looking a bit odd for most people's taste. My opponent is Jaden Game Over Overman. Right off the bat, Jaden goes in for a low single shot.
But
Stop it,
because my butt was a little bit too much in the air. Yeah, a lot of people are like, "Damn, bro." One of the funniest comments, bro. One of the funniest comments that I saw was something along the lines of "Hey, bro, better stop doing that before somebody eats it." And I was like, "Whoa!"
Pause.
Yeah, I mean, you presented it a little bit.
Yeah,
it was up there, but I mean, it still looked like a. I thought it was more intimidating than sexy. It was a little sexy.
A little sexy, yeah.
A little sexy.
I got a little chubbed up.
Little chub.
You ever, when you walk in, when you walk in on that, has anyone ever looked at you is this guy fucking serious?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
But I don't do it for, anybody else. It's just me, my own little ritual before going into the mat, it's what distinguishes me in the wrestling world. You know, it's like, oh, the guy with the entrance. You know, it's like that's all.
Do you work on it at home in a mirror?
I did work on it well before, I believe like a couple months before I actually did it in a real match. Well, actually more than a couple months, but oh yeah, it definitely took quite some figuring out.
Which, if you ever made it to like, let's just say like UFC level, would that be your entrance? Like when you walk through the gate?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, you know, I would never, I wouldn't consider myself doing MMA, but you know,
hypothetically,
hypothetically speaking, absolutely, yeah.
For any professional match going forward.
For sure.
Because like this is my thing. Like I'm just gonna be real with you. Like that. Like if I saw somebody, I'd be like, "Is that guy okay? Like what's wrong with him?" But if you saw someone do that in like the UFC, you'd be like, "Oh fuck, that dude's a badass." You know what I'm saying? So it's just like because it's so early. Like right now in a setting where people aren't gonna do that, they're just gonna walk up to their opponent. You kind of do this fucking cool flip, which is clean by the way. That little front flip into like the straight monkey walk.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard. Like when you look at it, you're like, okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I can only imagine like, I wouldn't do that. I'd be way too nervous. I'd be like, I don't know.
Also, I feel like you're engaging a lot of muscles when you do that. You're like,
your
blood's
back.
flowing to your shoulder and your back. Like you got to be ready to roll around.
For sure.
Where'd you get the idea? Where'd you get the idea to do that flip into there?
WWE. Yeah. Cause I figured, bro, like, you know, going back to me wanting to distinguish myself in the wrestling world, one of the things that made me a little bit different, I guess you could say, was just the fact that, you know, I was unafraid to, you know, walk in like with a whole like sarape and like a sombrero to like the US Open when I was like a nobody. Basically, I still hadn't made a name for myself. You know, everybody just like
the gimmick.
Yeah, basically, the gimmick. And I wanted to bring a little bit more spectacle to the world of wrestling, you know, to bring more casual eyes towards the sport, and you know, it's worked tremendously well.
Dope.
And as you see here, I don't know if you guys, I think you guys can see on camera, but here's your some of your get up you got right here. Your mask.
The brand new mask, by the way, made by Maquias MX. Maquias Mask MX.
You didn't make that? I thought you made those.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
I made up the mock up, and then I came to a point where I was like, yeah, this is gonna take years for me to master. So I invoked the help of a professional. He did a great job. But then this mask came at a time where I asked my audience, like, you know, send me your submission so that I could create a new mask. And then this guy just came up to me. He's like, oh, bro, like, I'm working on something for you right now for free. You know, like, basically.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Dope.
Like, well, not necessarily for free, but he did say, like, well, he gave me an extra mask for free. So that was amazing.
Buy one, get one free. Got it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking dope. Is that was he like a fan from like your TikTok and stuff? Do you see on that?
Yeah, interesting.
Because we're jumping a lot of this stuff because I have notes for this and that's not till later. But like we can brush on it a little because he has a huge following on TikTok. I mean, as well as your Instagram, which I didn't even notice. You're popping on Instagram. I've been following you for like ever. I didn't notice you had like you have a big following. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But I've been following you on TikTok. I mean, since we became friends since the last time. But like you're pretty up there too. I know you just recently got invited to the Latin TikTok. Fucking what was it, like a little like party they had in LA?
Yeah, it was like a networking event. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Just all a bunch of beaners.
Basically.
I can say that, dude.
Can I laugh at it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
He's not Mexican, believe it or not.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Or not?
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Did you think he was Mexican?
No.
What did you think he was?
I don't know. His last name doesn't sound Mexican. Emil also doesn't sound Mexican, so
Emilio.
Yeah.
Emilio.
I just cut off the EO.
EO.
Nice.
But yeah.
Wait, did you really?
No. No, I'm Middle Eastern.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're gonna go back to my notes. Before we jump all over there, I wanna. We haven't done a few episodes in a while, so we didn't really talk about Thanksgiving. So if it's cool with you, we're gonna do a little Thanksgiving recap. You can hop in. What's your favorite part about Thanksgiving?
Getting together with the family, bro.
All right, dude. What's your favorite part?
The food. Fuck all those people. I want the food. I want all the food, and I want to know that we are in the holiday season. That's why I like Thanksgiving a little more than Christmas because.
Whoa, no.
I do, man, because it signifies like the beginning of that season. Christmas is a very close second, if not like they're tied for first. But the reason why they even tie or come close is because Thanksgiving comes first. And then even like when you were a kid in school, it was like school, you didn't pay attention to anything leading up, like between Thanksgiving and Christmas. It was just getting to Christmas.
True. It's very true.
And then that led into like the long break, 2-3 weeks, whatever you guys had.
Sheesh, I don't remember, but yeah.
So it's like from, October with like Halloween. Yeah, that was a fun thing to do as a kid. But then you had to go back to school for like a month and it sucked. But then when Thanksgiving hit, it was all over, baby.
It was like on-off time.
It was all over. Yeah, that was it. Then you were like, all right, I survived the Halloween Thanksgiving gap. And I think teachers check out.
Okay, this is the thing. The only thing I've realized this past Thanksgiving was just like, Thanksgiving is one of those things where the main thing is that you eat dinner. Mm-hmm. Like Christmas. The main thing is that you hang out and then you open presents and then you party. Yeah. Like Thanksgiving is just like the dinner thing. Yeah. Like what do you do in between?
That's true.
What else do you do? Like you just
eat and drink, man.
And then also let me ask you this. What time do you guys eat your meal? Like what time is Thanksgiving dinner?
Yeah, this last time it was very late. Like, I don't know, around 7, I believe.
Damn.
That's a little late.
When do you guys eat it?
Bro, it depends on which part of the family you're with. Some of them will eat like at 8 or 9 at night, or like 7 is like early for them. And then like for my immediate family, we're like trying to feed the kids. Mm-hmm. So like a 2 o'clock is good for us.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
But
that's a sensible thing to do.
It is, but at the same time, like it's like okay, then you eat, and then what do you do after that? And by then, you eat so much fucking good food that you're at a party. Like, I just want to take a nap now. I want everyone to leave my house, or I want to leave the house of the party I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to go home and take a nap, and I hate that. Like, I want to eat food, and then it's like, all right, cool, let's take some shots, let's play some games. But like, everyone's kind of and then. This might just be my family, but like, so this.
And then dad hits mom,
and then she starts yelling. Yeah. The dog fucking chases the cat.
I have to talk to the cops because I'm the most sober.
Don't you guys hate that? Don't you guys hate when that happens?
Yeah.
No, and so like this year, like I forget that like usually during Thanksgiving is when everyone that's in like college and stuff, they all come back home for like vacation. So the night before Thanksgiving, a lot of my cousins and they all went out like to the part, like because they haven't seen their friends and whatever, so they all go out because they all like reunite and shit. But the next day for Thanksgiving, then like everyone's like hungover. Like both my uncles are like, "No, I don't think we're gonna drink today. Like we went pretty hard yesterday." It's like, why would you go the day before the fucking holiday and then come the holiday you're just this lazy piece of shit? You don't want to do nothing. Like, oh, dude, I was so mad this year because after I got in a meeting, I was like, what are we supposed to do now? Like, I think we went home like at 6.
Oh, dang.
Like, dude, that was my Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But it's like, I was like, this is what we've always done. But the difference is when I was younger, I was with my parents. So like we had like family, we'd go to different people's houses. But now it's like we're getting older and people are just trying to literally just stay within their family.
But how's Christmas any better? It's the same thing. Just you open presents and then
no. So Christmas is different. Like that's why I don't like Thanksgiving. Christmas time will for sure like the whole family, like everyone will go to like
the uncles will wait to drink for Christmas.
No,
that's Jesus' birthday, dog. We can wait out of respect. No. Thanksgiving, they're like, fuck a pilgrim, dude.
No, but like for Christmas,
Jaeger shots.
For Christmas, it's like we like everyone will be like, all right, this time we'll all go to someone's house and we'll go to like to my grandma's, or she just passed away, so we won't go there no more. But
you could, it'd be weird.
Yeah, I guess we could, but
the new owner,
she won't be there, and new people living there will be
new there. People are like, all right.
We do this every year. Just shut up.
Like 36 Atondos show up.
Yeah, but so maybe it was just me. Thanksgiving wasn't that.
R.I.P. Nana.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. Grandma. Anyways, what's your favorite? Like, do you like the turkey?
Did you just get sad?
Huh?
Your tone changed. You get sad?
No,
he did.
No, I didn't.
It's okay. We can talk about your grandma for a little bit.
I don't want to talk about grandma, dude.
It's okay.
I don't want to bring this up.
Do you miss her every day?
No. Yes. I mean, I don't know, dude.
What was your favorite thing she cooked?
Tamales or something?
No, it was tamales. What'd she put in them?
I'm gonna start crying, dude. Come on.
What'd she put in them?
I don't remember.
What'd she put in them?
Don't touch me.
Pork?
Dude. I'm gonna start crying. I'm gonna go on to the next question.
It's okay. It's good for you, honey.
You wanna jerk me off while you're at it, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite side? Or what's your favorite side? Fuck turkey. What's your favorite side?
Macaroni.
Okay. We didn't get macaroni this year.
Macaroni, like mac and cheese?
Yeah, mac and cheese.
No, just a fucking noodle.
I don't know, dude. Maybe he's got a white girlfriend who likes macaroni salad.
Do you have a white girlfriend?
You do, huh?
You have a white girlfriend?
It's okay.
Technically,
I'm married.
White.
Good for you. It's okay. It's okay.
Actually, she would say, "I'm not white. I'm Hungarian."
Okay.
Okay. All right. Why don't you feed her?
What?
No, I was kidding.
I get it. No, but hey, I love you, Olivia.
Hi, Olivia. Hungarian and what?
White.
And what?
Mexican.
What?
What's your favorite side?
Oh,
dude?
my favorite side. I don't know, man. They're all so good. My favorite, but I try not to eat it anymore, is stuffing.
Oh, I didn't get stuffing this year. That's what I missed.
Yeah.
That and mac.
And my mommy makes a really good stuffing.
Is it stuff? Is it what?
Oh, so I was gonna say the way my mom used to make it was bomb. May she rest in peace. Too.
Your mom too?
Yes, sir.
Dude, way to go, Emil. Look what you brought up, dude. Making us cry.
I was gonna ask the same thing. What was your favorite thing she cooked? But you just said it.
Yeah.
But no. What's your favorite Thanksgiving thing? Was there like a comfort food or something she would make for you that you liked?
No,
when you were
definitely
sick?
the stuffing. The stuff. Well, when I was sick, like caldo de pollo. Like, that was bomb.
And then all of a sudden you were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard Mexican chicken soup called Jewish penicillin.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Because you know how the only people more racist than white people are other like immigrants from other countries. My parents are immigrants, and they were.
So you can say that.
Yeah, my dad isn't here anymore, so we'll talk about him. My mom's still here, so we
What
won't
is this?
talk
The
about
fucking dead episode?
The fucking memorial episode.
Dude, we're all gonna cry for over.
Dia de los Muertos. Did we do one of those? But he used to say some racist things sometimes, and every time my mom would make like, I imagine like. Caldo de pollo is very similar to like my mom's chicken soup because there's a ton of onions, like herbs, spices. It's not like when the whites make their egg noodles and like broth. You know what I mean? It's like very like you drink it and it starts clearing shit up.
Oh,
like because there's a lot going on in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the Jewish penicillin thing is just a way of saying like you didn't pay for medicine, you just paid a few bucks for something that made you feel better.
That makes sense. My dad used to say that like when my mom would make soup, he'd make me drink the juice because he's like, we're not going to buy you medicine. That's the medicine.
Yeah.
He would say like all the vitamins are in the juice. That's crazy.
They make you drink that shit so hot.
I love it, dude.
Drink it hot.
I understand broth. Have you ever had broth? Like just broth? Dude, if you're trying to like not fast, but like really like kind of diet, like for like a breakfast or like a lunch, just some like really good broth. Yeah. Oh, bro, I'll fuck up. So I'll drink the shit out of broth, dude. It's almost like you're eating food without. It's a weird feeling. I know you know what I'm talking about. I know he doesn't. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Is a broth like a nugget?
No,
I only know nuggets.
Yeah. We know, buddy.
That's the only part of the chicken I know is the nugget.
Wait, how do you guys feel about what's that shit? Jelly? What's the cranberry sauce?
Essential. Essential.
The fucking little hockey pucks of cranberry. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I've ever had them.
Okay.
You're talking about the jellied can that comes out and you slice it?
And they slice them, yeah. You like that shit? You don't know what we're talking about? I'm going to show you now. I want to say that's some white shit, but I think my grandma used to make it, or used to have some. But I always thought that shit was gross. What do you put it on?
Leftovers. Like, my favorite thing when I was younger was to make like a sandwich the day after Thanksgiving.
Ugh, I already know where you're going with this.
And use everything like turkey, gravy, stuffing, cranberry.
Yeah, like I think these ones gross me out. You never seen that before? You never seen that? Not even at someone else's house?
No.
Yeah, it's like cranberry sauce. It's like I honestly I always
that's
thought
like homemade.
No, yeah, I'm used to these things like little slices out the can and shit. But no, my bad. Oh fuck! Don't look at my
shit. Don't look.
Shit. But yeah, so dude, I don't fuck with that. Let's get real corny for a second. Oh wait, you already said it. Wait, no, really though. What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for?
Yeah.
Oh man, honestly, just life, bro. Like I'm grateful for the position that I'm in. I mean, I could go on a tangent about that, but basically, just to
Well, we are on a podcast. That's kind of what they're for, tangents. if we were just to cut everything short, then we'd have like
we plugged the camera in. You can just go.
Yeah, this is your camera, dude.
Well, man, where do I begin? First, just where God has brought me. Just being able to have a roof over my head where my family lives in. Amazing. Freaking to be able to impact kids and inspire them and help, oh man, like just have kids come up to me and be like, oh, I love your videos and stuff like that. Huge blessing. I'm grateful for that. Absolutely. I'm grateful for the fact that my daughter gets to wake up with a freaking smile on her face every single day, as opposed to, freaking on the other side of the world where people are freaking, scared that at any moment a freaking bomb will end their entire vicinity. But yeah, man, I'm grateful for the fact that I'm in the position that I'm at right now.
Hell yeah. You know what? Going back to the thing you said about your daughter and stuff, I think about that with my kid, but even like just myself in general. Like I know it's corny to say, right? But really, dude, like how fucking lucky do we get that we're not like somewhere where we have to constantly be like, oh fuck, like we could get like blown up right now.
We could get blown up.
Yeah.
Okay. I know, but there's places where it's like we have been blown up,
sure,
and we can get blown up again. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And that's what they're thinking about.
There's places where we got blown up last week.
Yeah, and it's like we just finished the house. Please don't blow this one up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like they just live their, like. I seriously think about that, or the fact that like my kid was like, or like my kid was born like to me. Mm-hmm. Like imagine like I know like I don't know fucking like you think of like you see things like the whole grand scheme of things, but like my kid like body, his soul, whatever, like came to me, and like he's lucky because I'm gonna take care of like me and his mom are gonna take care of him. But like if he was born to like another like trashy family, like that just happens. Like I don't know, man. It's one of those like deep thought things that I go too far into sometimes, but like I do think about that.
You think your kid's lucky that you're his dad?
I mean,
that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude.
Okay.
Say it one more time.
Seriously,
he could have been born to like any doctor or like just like a dude who knows how to put in shelves, and he got me.
Dude, you could have been his dad.
I love you, Oliver. I could have been his dad. You could have been his dad. Yeah, okay. Obviously, that's worse.
Have
Obviously,
you seen
that's
this house?
worse.
It's a nice house.
It's
nice. Come on, I have a nice house.
I don't know.
It's nice.
Next. Oh, did you know you and Emil share something in common?
Oh, what is it?
You want to tell him? You guys are wrestling buddies, dude.
Oh, no way.
I was a wrestler.
My man. That's what's up. Heck yeah.
For one season.
Hey.
In the 8th grade.
Hey, that's better than me. I've never wrestled.
I did. I went to Woodard Junior High, and I did not even consider trying out for the wrestling team my 7th grade year. But like going in 8th grade, I was like, I'm gonna try out for all the sports this year. Mm-hmm. And so first up was wrestling, and I went and tried out, and they were like, "Oh, no, thank you." And I was like, "Okay."
What? No way.
I was. This is gonna blow your mind. I was fat. Once upon a time. It's okay. Try and picture it. I used to be overweight.
You should probably like.
But dude, in the 8th grade, I was 208 pounds.
Okay.
In the 8th grade.
You looked how you look now in 8th grade. That's crazy.
I looked way worse because I was an 8th grader. And I was like 65 pounds lighter than I am now.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's good, dude.
Dude, so...
That's good.
That's good. You're doing great. I tried to write that as a bit. Like, when people who knew me in junior high see me now, they're just like... They treat me like when you run into someone who's like an Iron Man or something that you knew from your childhood, and they're in crazy shape now, and you're like, bro, this is nuts. They go nuts when they see me because trajectory wise, It wasn't looking good.
Yeah.
In the 8th grade. So like when they see me now and I can like walk. I could like sit in a chair. I could get out of the chair. They're like, God damn, dude. Good for you, brother.
Your buddy's like, oh man, you need help? You're like, hey,
yeah.
I got it.
I got this. I turned my life around because I wrestled in the 8th grade. But I went to try out and I was like 208 pounds. And they were like, dude, we have a heavyweight. And the only weight class that we don't have a wrestler, if you want to be on the team, you'd have to wrestle 184, 185.
Yeah.
So they were like, the season was like a month away. So they were like, if you're that wrestler, then you could be on the team. So I was like, all right, well, I already told myself I want to be on the team. So I saw that as an opportunity and I did it. My mom would come every day to school with like a salad.
Oh, shit.
Like couple boiled eggs. Like, dude, she was my fucking nutritionist. Like, she was like, let's do it. And she would bring me like 1 slice of toast or like 6 crackers. Like, she was very regimented on my lunches. And then my English teacher was the assistant wrestling coach, English social studies. And what they would do in social studies was like, if you would answer something right, they would throw you like a little fun size Snickers or whatever. So I would answer stuff right. And he'd look at me and go, you can have it, but it's a mile.
Oh, dang.
And I would just be like, fuck. All right. So I had all these people around me, like pulling for me to lose fucking 20 pounds or over 20 pounds in a month. And as a kid, that's hard because then you go home and there's like your sister's eating Cheetos or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I had to like not do that stuff. So I did all that just to be on the team.
I'm sorry. Let me tell you real quick. It's fucking hard to diet now.
Yeah.
Like as an adult, knowing that you should because it's good for you and like you'll probably look better.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing that shit as a kid, dude. Because I mean, I didn't have that issue.
Yeah.
Like I needed to eat more. So like I fucking like to be told as a kid. Because I mean, even what is that 8th grade? You said you're a kid.
Yeah.
So like to be told like you're on a diet or like. Bro, that's fucking insane.
2 years before that, I went to go sign up for Pop Warner football, like in the 6th grade, and they were like, "You're too big, like you're too heavy. You can't play."
You can put you on the line. What do you mean?
I was still over the like. I think it was like a whatever the weight limit was. I was over it.
That must not be a thing now, because now you got those fucking like kids that are 6 foot something.
Now my mom would be like, "I want to talk to someone."
Oh, you would have been signed to fucking.
I would have been. I would have been the quarterback. 230 pound, running 4'9" quarterback.
QB sneak every time.
My mom said it's important that I'm on the team. we're gonna run slants on 3. Ready, go.
Yeah, at that size, people could just fucking try to attack you. They would just hold on to you. You could just walk to fucking.
And like actually, one of the Pop Warner coaches, we're getting off topic, but one of the Pop Warner coaches like saw me like walk away crying when they told me I was too fat. And then he came up and he was like, dude, if you lose like 5 pounds at home, I promise you'll lose the other 10 pounds or 5 pounds or whatever it was. It wasn't a lot. Like I was also just like a lazy piece of shit 90s kid who just wanted to sit in my room and eat Pop-Tarts.
Play Atari.
And play. It was a Nintendo. It wasn't an Atari. It was a Nintendo. It was an NES. But I just I said, fuck it, and went and did my own thing. But with wrestling, by that time, I think I had that memory in my head of like playing Pop Warner slip away. So I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to miss out on another opportunity. If all I have to do is lose weight, I'll do it. And then I was lucky that everyone rallied around me. It was like an amazing month of just like, dude, every day, like all the wrestlers that were like not too good for practice, but they're not benefiting from all the drills that everyone else is who is at a lower level.
Right.
They would come run with me and make sure I kept running. I was like always sweating. I was always doing something. And I repaid all the people who rallied around me by I won one match that season because I think not Gila Vista, 4th Ave or something didn't have a 185 pounder. So I got to walk up and I won. And so I didn't lose every match. And the only like 2 2 matches that my dad made it to, I got fucking rocked. Like, because, dude, I lost all this weight. I had no strength. I lost 20 pounds in a month as a kid. I wasn't like lifting. I was running and...
You were just trying to lose weight.
I was just trying to lose weight.
You weren't doing no...
And I just got obliterated. I was constantly lightheaded because I lost a bunch of weight and I wasn't eating a lot of calories. I just got my ass beat. And then everyone was invited to the city championship, right? Mm-hmm. So like I went and again got rocked immediately. And the dude like... I hung in there with him for a minute, but then he like went to get up and elbowed me, and then I was like total accident. But I wouldn't stop bleeding, and then I just lost, and
that's why.
And then I blamed the whole season on that dude, and I hated that dude for a really long time. I was like, I watched a movie called Vision Quest the day before, you know the movie, right? My neighbor was
I forgot him.
Yeah,
we talked about that last
my neighbor was like, you should watch Vision Quest going into the city championship, because I was like, I don't know, man. I didn't win a single match. I got the one forfeit, but I think the championship is where I run it, dude. And he was like, absolutely. Watch this movie and then go into it and you'll kill it. And I went in there with like that, you know, like... and I just got murdered. And so I hated the guy that beat me. And then, like, 10 years later, he became one of my best friends. Randomly. He was just like, hey, dude, what junior high did you go to? And I told him, he's like, did you wrestle? And I was like, yeah. He's like, what weight class? I was like, it was him. Mm-hmm. It was this dude.
Damn.
So that's my origin story.
Did he get your...
I'm a wrestler.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got my pay. Flick him in the nuts.
So wait, so that brings up another thing. You guys also have another thing in common. Mm. So you won just because no one else was there to fight?
Correct. You had that happen?
Don't you have a similar story?
I have a
that video. I when I first saw the video, I thought it was a joke. And also there was really no context to it,
right?
And but I know wrestling is something like that where it will happen. Well, if there's no one, no one showed up, so you fucking win. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you can, please give us the backstory of you know what we're talking about.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. So this past weekend, bro, I went to Mexico City because I wanted to, compete first and foremost. I had just recovered from a fractured hand. So the only sensible thing for me to do was to register for beach wrestling. Beach wrestling is my favorite style of wrestling, and it's far less intense than like freestyle wrestling, right? There's no mat wrestling, meaning there's no top or bottom wrestling, so it's just like takedowns, first person to 3 points wins, and it's half the amount of time that a freestyle match would be, so it would be far lighter on my hand than say a freestyle match. So I said, you know what, just for this one, I'm going to go ahead and just register for beach wrestling, seeing as it's my favorite style. And I also want to make a world team in that style. In Mexico, however, there is not much of a beach wrestling presence. So I showed up, I weighed in, and they told me, right, keep in mind, bro, like I was training, bro, even with my cast on, because I had this in mind. I was like, bro, like Mexican nationals are just going to come up. I'm going to train with my freaking cast on. I even took it off like 2 weeks prior to the date that my doctor had recommended. And I took it off because I was like, bro, I need to like work on my grip strength, right? And took it off, frail hand, started working out, started training a little bit better. And I show up, freaking cruise for the weight, and they tell me there's only 3 guys who registered for the entire style beach wrestling. 1 guy didn't show up, so it was just myself, 70 kilos, and another guy at 80 kilos, and I wound up walking away with a gold medal. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But this puts me one step further to being able to represent Mexico on the world stage. So, hey, a lot of people will say like, oh, I wouldn't freaking like show that off, but I'm like, it's a badge of honor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And not only that, but like when it gets to that point, you're gonna have to explain this. So fucking just want to throw it out there now. That way people understand. And you know what? That's cool that you're just showing that because it's like you're just being real.
Yeah.
You're not over here like, oh yo, I beat this fucking
best, yeah.
dude. You're just being fucking real. Like
Right.
and dude, and most like most people are like, yeah, I get that, dude. That and also I like the real story behind it. I think it's cool. It's fucking. But like, let me ask you this. Yeah, you did say like, you know, you had trained for this and you prepared and all this stuff, but getting there and them telling you that and them pretty much saying like, hey, like you won without having to do anything. Didn't you kind of feel like a sigh of relief?
Were you disappointed because you got your shit taken off 2 weeks early? Yeah. You trained your grip back. Like,
I was honestly, bro. I was a bit frustrated. I was a bit frustrated when they told me that I wasn't gonna wrestle anybody. So I was like, bro. One of the biggest things was the fact that I custom made these shorts, right? Like I had painted them and everything. Like leading up to this competition, I was like, I'm gonna look fly when I wrestle and this and that, bro. Just to be told like, oh yeah, you're a champion. I'm like, man, whatever. But a part of me, after I allowed that frustration to set in, it kind of, I was grateful for it because at the same time, you know, like the reason why I only did beach wrestling was to, you know, be a little bit lighter on my left hand, right? And luckily, by the grace of God, you know, God probably was like, hey, bro, you know what? You deserve it. You know, just just rest it. Yeah. You know, so I was like, okay, you know. And actually, the day prior on one of the trainings, I actually re-injured my hand, but not nearly to the degree that, you know, to a fracture or anything like that, but I did walk into the weigh-ins a little bit
hesitant, or
no, just conscious of the fact that I had to watch out for my hand because I had just, you know.
Did you know there was no one else when you weighed in, or you weighed in thinking there might be someone else?
So at the weigh-ins is when they told me that there was only 3 people that registered, and there were whispers of like, oh yeah, they're probably gonna cancel the beach wrestling thing, and I'm like, oh dude, if I get at least one opponent, that'd be amazing. But yeah, no. And I actually even was thinking about challenging the guy at the higher weight class, but because there was only me and that guy, automatic champions, there was no point of opening up the sand pit, you know. So I didn't even get to challenge him at all.
Yeah, just to feed your ego.
Yeah,
I want to fight someone, dude.
Yeah, no, for real.
No,
I wanted to get some experience.
Yeah, no, but I mean, also another thing you could look at it is fucking. I mean, look, man, you didn't have to hurt your body in any way. You're not sore. You're not beat up from it. So now you have more time to train for the next step. So you know what I'm saying? For all you know, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
The best case scenario.
Exactly, yeah. But it's because it's funny. I talked to I had a boxer on one time, and he had told me that. Because I asked him, I was like, how does it feel, you know, because I think he had like a 10-second knockout or something, or like first round knockout, so it didn't go the distance or whatever. And I told him, like, how did you feel, you know, training all those months and everything, starving yourself to make weight and all this stuff to just fight for, you know, 3 minutes or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or however many minutes. And he was just like, dude, honestly, like, I was really fucking pissed because I did all that just for this.
Right.
But I told him, I was like, I would have took it as like, you know, you weren't in there that long. You won, and you get to like, you're fresh.
Yeah.
You went in, you came out looking the same exact way. You're not bloody, you're not cut.
Yeah.
So I took it as like, bro, like, wouldn't you be happy? You know what I'm saying? And but when he did say that, that makes sense. Like, yeah, dude, all that hard work because you prepared like to go the distance or whatever, or to like fight till the death or whatever. But like, just to get there and like, boom, it's like all that just for that 10 seconds or whatever, however long it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. But I see it as like, yeah, I didn't get fucking hurt though, you know, and I won. Right. But in your case, you didn't even get to go up against anyone.
Yeah, I think as combat athletes, we kind of want that. We want to like fight for it. You know, we want to.
You don't want nothing handed out.
Yeah,
to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I think that's where, you know, that sense of pride comes from. But at the same time, you know, we got to realize like, hey, bro, you know, like you said, you know, this might be the best case scenario as opposed to, you know, going the distance, being all bloodied up, or in my case, you know, like wrestling all full bracket and then possibly re-injuring my hand, you know? So it's like, and by the way, right now my hand is like, I'd say like a good 90% healed up, but still, you know, like because it was kind of like on a short notice that I took off from taking off my cast to now, my grip strength is not necessarily where I want it to be, but it's where it's, you know. It's
Put that bitch in a bucket of rice, dude.
Yo, for real though, for real.
Yeah, dude. Did you have to have surgery, or was it just in a cast just to heal back up?
Just in cast.
And how did you break your hand or wrist?
So I was wrestling with a kid and his name is Jason. He went back to Salinas. He came down to Salinas for like a month or two, and then went back, broke my hand, and then left. Yeah, bro.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. But
good luck at nationals,
right? Yeah. Freaking, it was literally my first day back after being houseless for a few months, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna get back into training, this and that. I'm hand fighting with this kid, and then his hand slaps this finger down in a weird position. I thought I jammed it, but it hurt really bad. I went outside, regathered myself. I was like, I went back inside. I attempted a single leg, grabbed my own wrist. I was like, yeah, like I'm just not gonna, not do anything. I grabbed my own wrist, and that pressure, made like automatically. I was like, oh yeah, something's wrong. So I just like sat out, slept it off, woke up. It still felt like crap. It didn't swell up, luckily, and then I took some X-rays and found out it was fractured.
Isn't that crazy? When I was younger, I broke my wrist too, and same thing. Like I think we went like 2 or 3 days until I actually went to the hospital, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you dislocated your wrist or whatever." But like nothing. But like if you would have looked at it, it would maybe a little like bruised or like red.
Yeah.
But like to know that, oh shit, that's like not where it should be, and yeah, it looks perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to me. Yeah.
How'd you do it? How'd you do it?
I used to race BMX. Like bicycles. I didn't even know. I didn't know, but growing up, they always had the Yuma track here, the one by the fairgrounds. I didn't know there was a track here until like a couple years ago. But I lived out in California area, like San Bernardino and stuff, Riverside. They had tracks like out in like the ranches area. It's really cool. I did it for a while, but yeah, on a race I fell.
Oh.
Like in the middle of the race?
Yeah. I tried getting around one guy like on the berms, like the dirt berms, and I went too low. And the whole thing is like hard. They fucking wet it, so it's like hard packed dirt. But the lower you get, it's like soft dirt because it's dirt they use to fill it back.
Just dug in.
I got too close, and like I don't know if you know this, but like at my age with the BMX bikes, the tires are like skinny. I don't know why they do this. Like until you get bigger, then they have like actual bigger tires. But like when you first start, they're really thin tires. I don't know, and you're going over jumps and shit with these little fucking tires. I don't know, but that little fucking tire dug into the dirt and I fucking flipped over. And I don't know, maybe when I went to catch myself, I flipped over my wrist. Oh. And yeah, I went like 3 days until finally I was like, dude, like there's something wrong. And I went and they're like, oh, yeah, dude. They were like, yeah, your wrist is broken. But yeah.
Actually, it took me like a week to get my X-rays. Funny enough. But did you do BMX before skateboarding or like around the same time?
It was like around the same time. I did BMX for like, I don't know, 3-4 years. And then I think after I broke my wrist, I was like, I'm kind of done with this. I don't really care for it anymore. And it was like, and I was like really young and we were like traveling up to like different places for like actual, like for me, I'm a kid, so I don't understand this. But at the time I'm like, oh shit, like we were racing and like we were getting trophies and shit.
Oh, dang.
I just saw it as like something to do, but I think my parents took it a little further for me. I don't know,
as parents tend to do.
Yeah, no, but yeah. So I did that, and then I think I got into skating, and skating was something that I wanted to do. So yeah. Thanks for that question.
Yeah,
cool.
No, but going back to your story, what was I gonna say? So you also went to Mexico City, right?
Correct.
So what'd you do after that? Like, I mean, there's nothing for you to do there anymore, right?
Walk around with your gold medal.
Yeah, I was gonna say you flew there to get weighed and get a medal and then come back.
Yeah, basically. I stayed an extra 2 days.
That's another thing that I guess that would have made me mad then.
Yeah.
To also fly all that way and all that training fucking for nothing, all that money you had to spend.
Yeah. Oh no, but I mean, again, I got to meet some great people. I got to see some great wrestling, and
you stayed for the event, obviously.
Yeah.
You're not a poor sport.
Yeah, and I also, my event was supposed to be on the last day, so I got to see 2 days of wrestling, and I also got 3 days of training. So it was good. It also did me well because in Mexico City, it's higher elevation, and so it allowed me to have a better gas tank for the next competition.
Oh, nice. Some good training and high altitude training.
For sure.
Hell yeah. Do you mind if we take a break?
Not
I got to take a piss real quick and then regather my thoughts.
Pee-pee.
Anyway, I need a drink if that's cool with you.
That's why I thought we were taking a break.
All right, dude. Chill out, bro. We'll take a break. What?
You're making a lot of dad sounds.
Am I breathing hard?
It's just... I mean, I've done it since I was 13. since I was a wrestling athlete, but it's new for you.
And honestly, I don't even at this point. I don't even know if it's because I actually feel something or I'm just like, yeah, like it's so exhausted.
Doing something again.
Oh, yeah. It makes me feel so lazy, dude. Sometimes I feel like my testosterone's lowered because, like, I don't know. I take naps and like
get it checked, dude.
I'm scared to find out.
Get on that tea.
But like, okay, like I don't know if it's like if your testosterone's low, like also like you kind of have a hard time like getting a boner. Like I don't have that issue, but like as far as like staying awake and stuff, like I'm like maybe I should get it checked.
Get it checked.
But I'm scared like I'm like something is wrong with me. I'd rather not know and think that I'm fine.
Oh, cool.
Than
right? Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We just took a break. For some reason, as soon as we stop recording, we come up with good conversations. So something we talked about right away, as soon as I stopped pressing record, was I asked you if there's people that force cauliflower. They want to get that badge of honor early. What are some ways? I've heard some fucking weirdos do this.
Well, recently I saw a video of Steve-O trying to get it by having...
Oh, that's what he was doing?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a stunt. I didn't know it was like to get cauliflower.
Yeah, so apparently he put his ear against two plates and then John Jones with a boxing glove was like punching it. But I did have a teammate, as we were speaking about earlier, that in high school who... would try to, he would rub his ear on the mat and like with a boxing glove would like try to punch his ear, but yeah, wasn't successful.
Oh man,
damn. No, when we were talking about that, I was thinking there was a TikTok where I saw where the guy had like 2 books, and he pinched his ear in between it, and he was just like punching the top of the book. Yeah, I don't fucking know, but I brought it up too because I kind of like embarrassing, like it's embarrassing to say, but I would kind of do the same thing like when I was younger, like with skating. Because like I said, I would see people that really knew how to skate. Their shoes were all shredded, like on one side from olling too much, just doing crazy tricks. So I was like, if I went and I saw someone like with messed up shoes, I was like, oh, that dude's like either like he knows how to skate or he's been doing it for a long time. So like my shoes were always looking nice because I wasn't that good of a skater. So then like I wanted to look legit. So I would grab my board. Literally, I'd take my shoe off and I would just rub it on the grip tape just to make it look worn down and shit. Cut the laces. Make it like, oh, dude, And then that way, if people saw me out in public, they're like, damn, the guy knows how to skate. And then like they'd see me and they're like, maybe just have an off day. But something, dude, I do want to bring up that recently in your TikTok fame, you've gotten real you've gotten on some deep levels and stuff in some of your videos. And one of the ones that really caught my eye, man, was something I didn't know about you, but you recently came out of like a big, like, I want to say like your struggle as far as like you had a lot of shit going on, dude. Like when you were traveling back, you were living in Mexico and you had to travel that. And then that became too much. I'm just going to give a little synopsis before we get into it. But And then at some point you're like, it's too much. So you slept in the gym. You were sleeping next to the fucking public restroom. Yeah. Like, bro, like... I mean, we just became friends, but still, like, to see that, I'm like, holy shit, dude, like, this is crazy. So if you could please elaborate on all this.
Yeah, because you brushed over being houseless earlier.
Yeah.
I was houseless, bro,
Just little.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a crazy experience, man. I don't know where to begin. Yeah, like you said, you basically broke it down perfectly. I was living away from my family. That was the toughest part. Not being able to, only seeing them like 1 or 2 hours per day. Absolutely horrific.
This is your family in Mexico?
No, they were
here.
They were.
Okay.
Yeah. She was still living with her mom. My partner was living with her mom and whatnot. But for those of you who were watching, or Emil, what's it called? The reason why I had decided to leave that household was because to be completely transparent, my mother-in-law referred to me as a loser who doesn't do shit, right? And then I found out that she was saying even worse crap behind my back. So I was like, yeah, you know what? This place is not conducive for my growth. And sure enough, bro, it like the funny how things worked, because a week and a half after I had moved out is when I started generating far more income on TikTok than I ever had before. Like a week and a half. So it that experience proved to me that, yeah, I had outgrown that place, and that place was the only thing that was holding me back, right? So then, I started living with my sister in Mexico. Like you said, I was crossing back and forth. It was like a 3-hour round trip, making line, driving all the way to Yuma, going back to San Luis Rio Colorado, Sonora. Then the lines became too much because of the caravan of the South Americans who are seeking asylum. Yeah. So that clogged up the line like significantly.
Well, and then there were times they would just completely shut the border down, right? So you couldn't even go back or get in, right?
I didn't have to experience.
You didn't have that? Oh, okay.
Not, at least not in San Luis. I don't know if it actually did happen, but to my recollection, that never happened. Mm-hmm. Or at least in my experience, I should say.
I'll cut that up.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. What I asked.
No.
But go ahead.
But I started living at the gym. My coach Luis Nunez, he was graceful to allow me to stay there. But funny enough, he didn't even ask for permission. He just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna just do it. Yeah, and then homeboy who owned the property, he wasn't fond of that idea.
How long were you there for?
It was like 4 months, I believe.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
For them to be like, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, like it was crazy. I actually even contemplated letting go of wrestling altogether, because there came a point where I was like, dude, like I got a family, bro. Dude, bro, TikTok is not as fruitful as I thought it was gonna be. And I don't get paid for these competitions. And I was like, I was about to let it all go. Went out to San Diego for a competition that I was supposed to compete in. My coach didn't register me and it sold out. And then, I just went out there. I was like upset, bro. Like as soon as we like took off, I was like, bro, I just want to be alone, And I ended up filming a video. Didn't think much of it. Posted it, and it was the first time that in a long time that I had posted a video in Spanish, and it got over 1 million views, and that in and of itself reminded me like, oh yeah, dude, like, well, first and foremost, I got tons of support from my Latin American people, bro. Like, so that gave me an extra push to keep going, and also seeing how much views I generated from that one video alone. I was like, oh dude, like maybe I'm breaking into a new era in which I'm millions of views is the norm for me. And sure enough, by the grace of God, I was yes, like that's exactly what happened, and haven't looked back since.
Damn, dude. But okay, going back, we're gonna go back a little bit. But so okay, yeah, in those times, dude, where you're sleeping in the back of a gym next to a restroom, and like you said, what time did the gym open in the morning?
For like 4:30 a.m.
So you weren't sleeping in at all.
Yeah, no.
But and then
I did my best, but I would often be like, my sleep would be interrupted.
So let me ask, so what in your head was keeping you like at what point were you like, dude, fuck this, like I need to go back home, and like no disrespect, because I respect the struggle, I respect everything you're doing, because I've always told myself, and not that I'm blaming like my girl or the baby, but I know that like if I was in a certain situation where I was by myself and I had no priorities to anyone else, dude, I would move to LA and sleep in a car, because I can put myself through that. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't see myself putting my family through that, so there has to be another way for me. I'm still gonna pursue my dream, but it's just gonna be a different path I'm gonna have to take opposed to the other way.
Yeah.
And in your situation, like all that stuff you went through, like at no point were you just like, bro, like what am I really doing? Like, I mean, I'm sure you did, but what got you through those times where you were like, I just got to keep fucking pushing? The time's gonna come, and then I'm gonna spoil the end of the story for you guys, but like I would say you're doing pretty well now. I've seen you have a place now for you and your girl and your baby, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
You guys live together now.
Absolutely.
You get to see each other every day. You sleep together. Yes, it's such a beautiful thing, right?
100%.
Dude, to wake up to put your baby to sleep and wake up and see that baby just smiling at you. Yeah. I don't know. My baby just fucking slaps, like literally will like grab my face and just make noises, and it's like. I don't even wake up mad. I'm like, it's the fucking most amazing thing to see my baby just smiling at me, like, and to know that, damn, I have this, and now like you get to, that's your daily life as well as you get to train still. Mm-hmm. So going back to through all that, what were you telling yourself, dude, that kept you just doing that?
Honestly, it was faith. I had to leave it in the hands of God because almost immediately I wanted to throw in the towel. Being in there, I was like, dude, like, it took me. Actually, it was a month that I decided. I had only decided to live there for a month, and then tournament came and went, and I didn't even get to compete, and then because I was fully focused on getting prepared for that tournament, I completely let go of content creation. Right, which was what was keeping me afloat, what was generating me income. But I wanted to take this competition seriously, like I do pretty much every competition. And I was like, you know what, like I know that when I compete, these videos are gonna be pretty fire, so I'm gonna post and whatever, it's gonna be fruitful. That didn't happen, so I was pissed, bro. Like I was very upset at myself, or like I was like, dude, like. I let go of content creation, which was, generating me income for something that didn't even come to fruition. So I wanted to throw in the towel almost immediately after coming back. And again, it was just faith, what kept me afloat after I saw that, it was like over 1 million views that I saw from that one Spanish video that I posted. And yeah, I just had to remind myself every day, like, oh yeah, like, this is what I'm doing it for, like I had to remind myself, bro, like this is my dream life, as sucky as it is right now in this very moment, my dream life is being an athlete, right? It's being able to compete, travel the world, and I may not be seeing the fruits of that labor just yet in this current moment, but I just had to be, remain headstrong and have that faith that one day it will come.
Yeah.
Same.
Same. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. No, I sometimes, the reason I asked that is because I sometimes struggle with it. With now that I'm 30, and like I have a podcast, and before I kind of thought this way even when it was just me and my girl. But now that I have a kid, I'm like I kind of think about like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I have a good job. We're doing good. We have a place over. I get to stay with them and stuff. Like, I get to be with them. But like, I don't know. Sometimes the other thing, like, I know there's other things I could possibly be doing, like to probably make money for us or whatever. But like, I still want to have my dreams, and I know it's fucking crazy because I tell myself like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you're grown up now. You got to like stop thinking about yourself. But I'm like in that middle situation, so I don't know. And I feel like with you, like you have this, your TikTok is blowing up, and like, which is weird because nowadays that's like a thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's even kind of cringe that we talk about it now.
Right.
But it's helped you along your career and stuff. You've gotten more, people have noticed you more and stuff through your wrestling. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've just always been, I don't know. Do you feel that way? Especially like at your age, I'm sorry.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I do and I don't. Like we've talked about this before where I did stand up when I was younger and then I let it go to focus on a career and like building my family and stuff like that. And now that I'm very, very old, I've gotten back into it and I love it. Like I love it and I'm able to view it as a blessing that I get to do it and I'm having fun doing it. And I don't I dabbled in like the content creation thing early on and I saw like a lot of views on a couple videos and I became enamored with that initially. But then I realized like, oh, I'm focusing on this aspect of it now, not necessarily like writing new stuff and going out and trying that. And that part of it was what made me feel like good about doing something for myself. So I've dialed that part back because at this point for us, like, no one's generating any income on Instagram or I'm not even on TikTok. Like
TikTok's the place to be.
And I hear that a lot, but because I had that little first post or whatever that got a lot of views on Instagram, I was like, ooh, is this what I should be doing? And then I quickly realized like, no, because that's the mentality of when I was younger. I thought like the year I did stand up in my 20s, I was devastated when I didn't make it. You know what I mean? And now it's not about making it. It's about doing something for myself while being a part of my wife's life, my kid's life, doing all the things that I've established my role in this family for the last decade. I'll keep doing those things, and I'll keep doing them till my kids don't need me anymore. And then I'll go 100% focusing on only me. That doesn't mean I have to neglect myself in the interim. You know what I mean? Like you don't just, it's not all or nothing. There's degrees of stuff, and it's all perspective. So you could view it as like a man, I could be doing more. I could be doing more. Obviously I could be doing more. I could have been doing stand-up the last 14 years that I didn't, you know what I mean? To some degree. I lived in Houston. I lived in LA. What the fuck was I not going to like an open mic a week or month or whatever just to keep it alive? I didn't. And like one of my favorite sayings is and my brother-in-law Clayton gave it, I think it's like an old Buddhist saying, but it's like the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So fuck it. Like, and that's like the past and the present, right? All your anxiety comes from worrying about what will happen or can't happen. That shit doesn't exist. Yeah. Neither does the past, but you can look at the past and learn from it. You don't learn anything from the future. It's like it never existed. You can argue that the past never existed, but you remember it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's in your mind and it's in your memory. So if you use that to your benefit to be better now, and it sounds like that's what you're doing, I support that. And like that's the way I try and view where I'm at now with like, fuck, I'm almost 40. I'm doing open mics at the airport. Dude, I'm almost 40. I'm doing open mics at the airport.
You changed the tone.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it.
No, that's a cool, and I appreciate that because honestly, like I guess I hadn't talked about that out loud, but I had been kind of feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. You do have to have some time for yourself. You have to enjoy some things in your own life. Like, yeah, and you don't have to feel bad for it. That's good. Thank you.
It's important for us to, as men, to have dreams and aspirations and go for it, because one thing that my coach always says is he says that the rat race will always be there. We're all capable human beings who have probably tons of experience and skills that can be applicable to any job, right? Any 9 to 5. But how much time do we have to chase our dreams? We don't know, right? So might as well just go after it. And you say like, oh, I'm 30, like it's a bad thing. But bro, like for me, like being 30, you're still young.
I know. I need to get out of that mindset of like 30's old.
Right.
That's just me being a fucking kid. Like 30, like I don't know. Especially, I don't know. Once you don't hear 23, 20, you hear 29, you hear 30. It's like, oh fuck. Like I don't know. This is just me in my head. It's just my family probably.
Maybe those voices, those exterior voices are starting to become your own, because like we were talking about earlier, you talk about how like you care about what other people think to an extent.
Yeah.
So at some point, I'm guilty, we're all guilty of it.
Of course, right?
We're all human. At some point or another, we're always going to have like, oh, but they're saying this. Oh, but they're saying that. But you have to ground yourself in and stand 10 toes down on exactly what you're doing. Be like, yeah, I am doing this. So what? What are you doing with your life? But I mean, you don't have to be confrontational about it, but still, like, yeah, bro, like, it's your life. You only have one shot at it, so might as well do the most that you can with it, And if it means, freaking doing freaking stand up at the airport for say a decade before you actually quote unquote make it to your standards, then so be it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that you say that too. To your standards, That's so good, dude. Because I think about that too. Like everyone's definition of making it or their dream it's all what you think it is. Like I've said, like if for me making it in stand-up or like even the podcast would be like if I just didn't have to work a 9 to 5 and that was my way of making money for the then I made it. I don't have to perform in arenas. I don't have to be on TV shows. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? But like if somehow something I'm doing that I enjoy doing and I'm able to make money off of it and like provide for the family that way and enjoy my life how I wanted to, then I made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be famous or I don't care to be famous or I don't care like to be like the best ever. I just want to live comfortably and like enjoy life because I think I overthink a lot of things, which creates like a lot of anxiety for myself. So there's times where I'm free and I don't think about what I'm gonna do in the next 10 minutes. Like I'm just like, let's just see what happens. And I get like a split, I'll get a day of that. And it's like an amazing feeling of like, oh, this is what it would feel like if I had no care in the world. Like, not that I don't care about anything, but I'm like, just be free, man. Live in the moment. Just enjoy that you're home and, you know, your baby's taking a nap and your girl's, you know, making you dinner and you're like watching TV. Like, enjoy that moment.
Yeah.
Don't think ahead. Like, don't think like, oh man, this ain't gonna last forever. Cause that's what I do. And I fucking hate it. But like, I've had those days where I'm like, this is what it feels like to not give a fuck and just be happy with what you have at the moment. And it's a great feeling. Yeah. And I think I need to train myself like to really have more days of that.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge difference between feeling it, recognizing the feeling, like acknowledging that feeling and moving through it, and then being like paralyzed by it or like fixated on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not wrong to think in the moment that like, hey, it's not always going to be like this.
It's being realistic.
And that makes you appreciate it more. But like feel it, understand it, and go like, that is what makes it beautiful, is that it could have never existed and it's not going to exist forever. Yes, it's what makes life beautiful. It's what makes everything we experience in our time worth it, is that it doesn't exist until it does, and then it's gone when it doesn't. Like it sounds ridiculous and it sounds like gibberish, but like everything is now. Enjoy it, try, show up.
Yeah, dude.
Or like Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, I like that.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
You're doing great.
Thank you,
Yes,
dude.
sir.
But of course, this isn't about me. This is about Carlos. So
True.
I was trying not to make it about myself.
True.
No, let's make it about Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan, you're our guest today.
On this 100th episode.
Yes.
We should do
What would your grandma say?
Ah, dude.
Oh, not again.
I'm not crying. Bro, what's my fucking password?
Come on, dude. Fucking baby dick 06.
I can't remember my password. Hold on.
Baby dick 06. That was my summer.
Am I gonna
Bro, it's going to lock you out.
Am I?
That was it.
What's my...
Oh, it's going to lock you out. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Dude.
Oh, I know why.
Caps lock.
My caps lock was on.
Oh, for real?
My caps lock was on.
You are so dumb.
I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about TikTok for a little bit. Okay. How did it all start?
First of all, what's going on TikTok? How many? What? We've gone over this before. What's a lot of followers on TikTok?
Well,
okay.
Honestly, I thought I had a lot of followers back then, you know, because I had like a little bit over 10,000 on one account, like 60,000 on another one.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah,
right.
It is a lot. But at the time, like I guess I kind of like was so fixated on getting more and more and more and more, and it wasn't until I let go of like, bro, I don't care, you know, like I'm just gonna nurture what I already have.
Just have fun with it.
That's when it started like growing exponentially. Not funny how life works, but
when you stop trying,
when I stopped caring, bro, when I let go and allow,
when you let go of that aspect of it and focus on your creation, that's a huge lesson.
Absolutely, absolutely, very metaphysical.
Yeah,
but right now I have like over 300,000.
Jesus.
Yeah,
dude.
Okay,
I know.
Blessed.
But so let me ask you this: how does it play out? Is it overnight? Is it, you know, one day you have 10,000, the next you have 12,000? Like, is it slow? Like,
it comes in clusters with the content you put out, or
so so I'm gonna take it all the way back.
Yeah, please.
When I first posted a video, like I remember I just wanted, like, the first one was just whatever. It was just a compilation of like training videos and stuff like that, and it got quite a bit of traction. All right, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't that much, but it was like, okay, like I was happy with a couple hundred views or whatever. And then the second video that I posted went viral. It was like over 10,000 likes and stuff like that. And so I was like, damn, bro, like that's crazy. Like on my second video already, you know, here, that's crazy. So it took me about like a month and a half or 2 months to gain like my first 10,000. All right, so I was like, dang, like this is amazing. Like, you know, it's only up from here.
And let me ask you this: were you posting every day, or was it like 3 videos a day? Because did you get into like an algorithm?
Oh no, I never went with what like Gary V says. You know, like Gary V will say like, oh yeah, you have to post every single day, 3 times a day. You know, like no,
everyone says that, dude.
Yeah,
that was a really good Gary V.
But I don't agree. I think you have to post what is sustainable for you, and what is sustainable for me is like 2 to 3 videos per week.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
Like that's what That's how that's how I will prevent myself from being burnt out, and that's key for me in my life. Like I want to be able to be pumping out stuff that is quality, not just quantity. But yeah, so I'd say just whatever is sustainable for you. If you could do 3 videos per day, by all means go ahead. That's not sustainable for me personally, so I won't go down that route at all. I was in the 10K mark for quite a bit because again, I wanted, like, I was so fixated on growing and whatnot. It slowly grew to like 20,000, and then from that point, it was again like once I stopped caring about whatever, I just wanted to nurture what I already had. That's when I started growing. But I'd say at first it came in a big wave. Then it slowly started to climb up, still going in the same trajectory. Then again, like when it came to my, what was it? Like when I started posting Spanish content more consistently, because I did begin doing Spanish content and English content. I kind of like strayed away from that because it wasn't bringing in like enough views or whatever. But then at some point I was like, no, bro, like it's a part of who I am, and to neglect that, like would be whack.
Yeah.
So I started incorporating, like all parts of myself in my content creation. And then, bro, from just a few months back till now, like it just grew like 3 times as much. Like I remember making it to my first 100,000 was like insane, and then over like by the following week I was already at 200,000. So it's random, bro. Like it's still, I still get like a good couple hundred every single day.
Damn.
New followers. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing,
dude.
But
100 a day.
When I get 1, I freak out.
Oh right, I'm like, who is it? Who is it? It's a fucking bot.
It's a real person.
Oh yeah, it's another fucking user 36243.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
No, man, I like I said, I don't know if I always saw your content, but I don't know, maybe I didn't pay attention to, like, maybe I wasn't like, I wonder how many followers this guy has. Mm-hmm. Maybe I didn't pay attention to that, but randomly literally a couple of days ago, I was like, we had talked that I wanted to have you on again. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, holy fuck, when did this guy like start popping? Cause dude, I mean, I see like your presence on TikTok a lot. I see the videos, and you have like, dude, you have like just as many likes, if not, just about the same like comments and stuff. People saying shit, people have shit to say, and I'm a big comment reader. I love that shit. So like, I see like a lot of the stuff, but I also see you make videos where like you reply to people. Mm-hmm. Not too very often. I think you don't. Do you read these comments?
I do my best to not dabble in it too much, because it does mess with your with your own like
haters.
Yeah, with your own self-perception. No, both good and bad, because sometimes like I fell into the trap where I'm like, oh yeah, like these people are like hyping me up, so I'm like, yeah, I'm here.
I am killing it.
Yeah, and then other times, where it's like in those seasons in which I'm getting an influx of negative comments, I'll be like, oh dang, so I'm like, whatever, dude. Like I'll post a video, and then I'll the first people that comment are always people who support me. So for like the first 10 minutes, I'll reply to those comments. I'll nurture my community. And then I'll just like ghost the comment section, because it's not healthy to be in it all day every day. And then every once in a while, anytime like I have like comment notifications, I'll just click it, exit, because I don't want I don't care, to an extent, of course. But every once in a while, a few like negative comments will slip through, and then it depends on on who they are that I'll reply. Like if it's like somebody who's not just a freaking like a bot, I'll reply like like a little get back. Sometimes very rarely. And then for the most part, if like somebody who's just like outrageously negative for no reason, I'll just like block. You don't need to be engaging in my comment, bro. Like.
So you actually block people?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, again, like I know it may sound like silly or petty or whatever, but at the same time, it's like if I catch those little flies, might as well just like.
It's your community.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like
I was gonna say it's your thing. Like
the ones that I always will block, no questions asked, is people who are like sexualizing the sport. That I will always block.
Yeah, but it's a pretty sexy sport.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. I get it. No.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
it's pretty sexy.
No, I get it. Right, but when they're making like
we saw your monkey. We saw your monkey.
So like when it's stuff like that, like I don't mind. But when it's like, say for example, like
you didn't block the person who said you putting it out there to get it 8 or whatever.
Yeah, like
it's just ridiculous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I know that they had no ill intent, but there are some people who are like I'm very discerning about how I go about that. I don't know how to really explain it right now, but like there's some comments that are just like
it's a vibe. If someone's being really like you didn't just make me uncomfortable. Other people who follow me are going to be uncomfortable when they read your comment.
For sure.
You got to go, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's good.
I get that. That's responsible. That's like taking ownership of because anyone can just put shit out and let it run wild.
I didn't think about that.
It's your responsibility if you're creating content to foster and nurture like the attitude around it and the behavior around it. That's good. That's a good point.
And I also don't block every single negative comment that comes out too. Because
if it's valid, it's their opinion, right?
Exactly.
If it's not just full of hate and
just like you suck for no reason. It's like, bro, come on.
Racism, sexual racism. Yeah,
for sure.
If someone's trying to make a point, even if you don't agree with it, America,
right? Censorship.
And how well does your whole persona of El Monke, how does that play into TikTok and stuff? Because I know you make a few videos on that.
Yeah, it's funny because I thought that once I would have that mask that it would like be a game changer. And sure enough, don't get me wrong, it has helped me, again, distinguish myself from like in the wrestling world.
Of course.
But I don't use it as much as I thought I was going to use it. And the original mask, I didn't use it because one of the biggest comments that I got, which again was valid, was that it looked like an upside down penis.
Hell yeah!
So I was like, bro,
can we put a picture of it in here, Jordan?
send me that picture. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't think that.
So now that I have this mask, hopefully I'm gonna be able to use it more. Without that,
I don't see an upside down.
No, this
or
one
isn't.
Yeah, because this was a new mask. The original mask, per my design, my original design. That was
so your eyes were like the nutsack, and it was like a wiener going down.
Yeah, and then my mouth was like the
tip.
Head.
Hell yeah, dude!
So I was like,
that's so tight.
You should keep it.
And so I was like, yeah, bro. You
still have it, right?
I still have it.
Good.
I still have it. Yeah, I'm always gonna keep it. Yeah, but I'm not gonna like release that like to like sell or anything like that.
You just go like, I hear you guys.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Right,
Let's move on.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'll put this one in the closet.
No, when you decide to, I don't know, maybe want to get rid of it, give it to us. We'll hold on to it. So whenever you blow up in the Olympics, I'll be like, this is a one of one.
When
El Monke upside down penis fucking mask.
When we get the shelves up.
Oh yeah.
It's going.
You got this?
We'll get a bus for it. We'll fucking.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we got the fuck. And you make your own little monos.
Yes, sir.
Look at a little dude. So were these like prior like other wrestlers and you shaved them down and just painted them?
Yeah, I didn't have to shave it down. I just
you just paint over it.
Yeah, paint over it.
That's cool.
I did automotive
you,
primer and then I painted over it.
Thank you, brother.
Very
I appreciate
cool, man.
it.
Thank you for bringing that.
Absolutely, no problem.
What would be your ultimate achievement in your sport in the upcoming year?
2024.
What do you got your eyes set on for 24?
Big prize, man. 2024. So definitely making a world team. That's my number one priority, and that's where all my focus is being. Everything else is extra. I do have goals to compete in certain tournaments, but that's about it. I think I would say the dream because as far as goals go, we have to control the controllable. So all I can do is to show up to the competitions that I want to show up, competitions that are gonna make me a better wrestler than I was yesterday. So that's, those are my goals. But the dream, ideally, what I strive to achieve is to make my first world team.
And is that where, like, going to the national thing, regardless of how it happened, getting your hand raised, like being a gold medalist, that helps towards that?
Yes.
Because now you're ranked nationally?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now
you
qualify for more than you did before?
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So last, what was it? About 11 months ago, I competed at my first national and won a gold medal. That one I did wrestle, and I did, earn that gold medal. But I guess because I only competed in one out of like the 5 or 6 tournaments of the year, to qualify for a national team or whatever. They didn't even consider me because it was just like, yeah, you only showed up to one competition. But if I show up to all of them, and I do well, then I have a stronger standing of like, oh yeah, like this guy's won all gold medals in all these beach tournaments. Yeah, he's going to be the one that's going to represent us.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So when's the next Olympics? Like the
In 2024.
This year upcoming?
Yeah.
So like how many more steps until like we would see you at that? Like what's that looking like?
I haven't competed in freestyle yet. This Olympic cycle, so I don't know. But what's it called? Right now, I'm focused on beach wrestling. Right, beach wrestling is at the moment, unfortunately, is not part of the Olympics. It was considered for the Olympics, but they chose other whack sports.
Name one.
I think it was like
skateboarding.
Flag football.
Dude, I was gonna say.
Was it whack like skateboarding?
Dude, I was like, is he gonna say skateboarding?
Cut
I know that.
Cut to Jordan's. Yeah, then I would rub my shoes on my board. And you're in the Olympics, fucking nerd.
Fuck you.
Yeah, bro, freaking yeah, they didn't accept freaking beach wrestling. But yeah, beach wrestling is my number one priority right now. It's not in the Olympics, so right now I guess this year is just a testing ground for me because I am about to close my first Olympic cycle. Because I competed every year up until now. Have competed in at least one tournament that is a national qualifier and stuff like that. So the fact that I've been able to make it this far is amazing because statistically speaking, I wasn't even supposed to make it. I came from a school that had a very weak presence as far as wrestling goes in the state. When I graduated, Arizona was not that strong in wrestling. Right now, we're growing. 2, we've never had anybody from our school graduate and compete in wrestling in college, right? And I didn't go to college for wrestling either, but I'm still, I'm probably the first in my, from the school that I graduated to still be competing in wrestling, and then pair that with the, like other socioeconomic factors. Like I wasn't supposed to be here, I wasn't supposed to be here, but I am by the grace of God. And man, I'm super excited for what's to come, man. Cause it's only up from here.
2024.
2024.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Make beach wrestling great again.
Yes.
We need to make that shirt. Make a red hat.
Hell yeah. I'd rock it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about making a Slav on the Pod one.
Do it.
Dude, all right. One more question. And lastly, and then we'll get you out of here. What about your sport brings you the most joy?
Just the way that I learn how to move my body. That's fun. I think just being able to express my creativity in a new way, learning technique and kind of breaking the rules a little bit as far as technique goes. Like, oh, you're not supposed to do this, and I do it anyway, finding different ways. I think that's what brings me the most joy, just allowing myself to be creative. Because the way that I see wrestling is a performance, and I take from what I learned from when I was majoring in theater in college and apply it into wrestling. I see the wrestling ring or the wrestling mat as my stage, and everybody else is like the spectators are witnessing a theater in real time. You know, and so whatever emotion, you know, if I can evoke great, you know, whatever emotion from them, whether it's good, whether it's bad, I've done my job. Because like even in like professional wrestling world, they say like, bro, it doesn't matter if you get boos or if you get you know, hoorays. You know, at the end of the day, what you want is the fans to be involved emotionally, and if you can't get a rise out of them, like either good or bad, then you suck. You know, we're gonna, you know, boot you out of here.
We know what that's like. Telling a joke that just makes people go, ooh.
Dude, I actually saw that. You posted a video in which you got did you get booed or
probably oohed?
I got booed, but I just cut it to where it looks bad. Oh, all I did was I asked like I said I was a LA Chargers fan, so everyone said boo. So I just cut it where a lot of people were like, "Damn, what'd you say?"
For real? I was like, bro, what the heck? Because I mean, I've heard some of your what's it called your stand up, you know, and I'm like, dang, bro, like. What did he say this time? You know?
No, dude. Actually, at the last what do we have, the showcase? The last showcase, I said I brought up so I was talking about something about dumb. Like when you jokingly say like you stupid bitch, like you dumb bitch, and I kept saying dumb bitch, and then at one point I was like, speaking of dumb bitches, and I heard, and it was quiet, and I heard a lady say, "Oh Jesus." like if it was like, okay, she's like, okay, this is a lot, and like, oh God, what's he gonna say now? Like, dude, I was like, but I like ignored it, but still, it's something that stuck out of my head where I was like,
that's great.
Fuck. Like, I'm not going around just calling girls bitches. Like, I'm sorry, and that's not even what I was about. But it was just so funny. She was just tired of hearing like, oh Jesus. I'm like, oh man,
bro. I want to know what is some of the most like challenging parts about stand up in your opinion, both of you.
I would say like if I had to pick one, it would be coming up with material. I mean, there's like a lot of stuff, but like I think the main one for me would be coming up with material, because then like second for me would be going up there, and then like you know what I'm saying. But like for sure, I think like I've noticed that if I have at least something written down or a plan, I feel less stress and less like anxiety, because I'm like, well, I have something to say. If it's not funny, that's fine. But I actually have something written, opposed to just like, fuck, I have nothing today. Like maybe I'll tell a story. Like right before they call your name, you're like, I have nothing planned. That's when I get like the big stress. So I can control that. Yeah. So for the most part, I think like the toughest for me would be just coming up with material in general, because I'm not good at like off the top of my head. So I don't know, for me, yeah.
Same pretty much, like the coming up with new stuff, and then like, to go more into that, like sticking with stuff, because especially for us, like we don't have like LA, New York, Austin, these places have 5, 6, 10 open mics a night sometimes, like that you can go see a new crowd or a new group and try something in front of new people that didn't work here that might work there. We have what we have in Yuma, and it's a lot more than we had a year ago. Mm-hmm. We went from 1 a month to 1 every week. We're doing the shows at the Crest, sometimes twice a month. So it's super dope to have those opportunities, but still it's like, this didn't work when I did it in front of like 7 drunk veterans. Should I do it in front of this crowd? Like the answer is yes, but when you're going off of like a limited sample and you're emotionally invested in like how you felt when it didn't go great in front of that group, now to go try it again in front of another group, you have to have that faith in yourself to be like, yeah, man, I think it's funny. There's something here. Let me keep trying it, keep doing it. I get in my own head a lot, and my greatest challenge is like, I leave stuff behind, and I go like, okay, I know these ones worked, like I'll do those. But then you have like, they've heard all these. Let me go back to the ones they haven't heard. So it's just that constant going back and forth of like, what's new? What can I change? What can I incorporate into like me, my act? And it's a constant. And then going up too is a big one. Because dude,
it never gets.
We have kids. We have
finding time.
Wives, essentially. Like, yeah, man. One of us works, and then you're tired. You know, you're tired, and like I've always heard like, hey, the younger you start at stand up, like the better you'll be. And I realize now it's not because like you have all those, because when you're young, you're not talking about anything a lot of the time, you know?
Yeah, what do you know?
And it's not that funny, but you have the energy, you have the fucking gas tank to just go and do it no matter what. Yeah. I don't have that now. So for you to tell me on a Wednesday at 6 p.m., now I got to like shower, brush my teeth, make my kids dinner, and then go to a dive bar across town to wait an hour to tell a joke. That's every time that's hard for me to do.
Right.
Yeah. So battling that and just getting out there and doing it, because if you're not in it, you know, you got to be in it to win it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude. But, and then, actually, you know, something I want to bring up real quick that we need, I think, give a little like cheers to is the women that we're with. I think it's fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to bring it up earlier, but like, you know, with everything going on. But like, I think it's crazy that what you do, you have a girl that sticks by you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with me. Like, I think it's crazy what I do, but at the same time, my girl doesn't bat an eye. She actually tells her parents, like, oh, he's going to go do a podcast. And she has to explain to them. She knows every time she does, but she doesn't. I'm embarrassed. Like, if people ask me, like, oh, what are you about to go do? I'm about to go hang out with my friend. You know, but like, she's like, oh, he's about to go do a podcast, or he's going to go do stand up or something. And I'm like, oh, all right, chill. Don't tell, don't say that. So I get really like so like, but then I'm like, no, that's dope, dude. Yeah. I got a girl that like loud and proud says it. Like, even she's not embarrassed. And like, I'm pretty sure you have the same thing. Your girl sticks by you. Yeah. Obviously, you got like your shit's going, and she's like, dude, and now she's with a champ. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, the women in our lives definitely.
It helps.
Tremendously.
The right one.
They're
helps,
like
dude.
The glue that keeps everything together. You know, it's like my coach says something along the lines of, you know, the man provides the house. The woman creates the home, you know, and it's, bro, that's beautiful, good. You know, it's like perfectly said, you know, and just that little saying, it's like, bro, they are the ones who breathe life into everything, you know, at least in my experience, you know,
it's
like
it's the other way for some of us.
All right, buddy. All right.
My man.
All right. We know. Calm down. He's not talking about you.
No, yeah. But here's the thing, you know, like, even if the roles are reversed or whatever, you know, like, it's still always great to have a great support system, you know, in your partner who truly believes in you. Nonetheless, like, it's in whatever that you do, like, you got to find the right one. And I'm blessed enough to say that I've found the right one.
Regardless of the dynamic, you're a team.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
And like, it's cool. Like I said, I see your stuff, and like, sometimes I think I put myself in your shoes, and I'm like, what's this girl think about this? But like, you're rocking, dude. And obviously it's not like you're hiding it from her. So she knows, and she's aware of it. And, you know, she takes care of her, and you do yours, and you still get to live your dream, and you know you can leave the baby with her, and everything's totally fine. You can focus on your shit. So that's fucking dope, dude. Yeah. I see that, and I'm like, that's cool, because I know I know having a relationship, having a kid, pursuing your dreams, all got to be tough, but it does help when you have the right person that, you know, can, you know, that's got your back on that end while you go take care of your stuff for this, you know, this amount of time a day, or in our case, 1 day a week. You know, like, I'm blessed, dude. My girl's like, yeah, like, I know on Wednesdays you have a show. I know you're going to come home late. I got the kids. Totally fine. Yeah. I'm like, thank you. You know, it's cool. It's a big stress off my back. I can go and focus on something I want, knowing that, like, I don't have to come home to, like, her griping. Sometimes she does. I get home too late. But, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, she understands. And it makes it, pursuing your dream makes it a little bit more easier. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And even on those days, you know, like, when I, like, for example, like, when I said that I wanted to give up or whatever, you know, like, now that I'm, like, in this point in my life, it's like, there's no going back, bro. Like, they're relying on me, you know? Like, dude. I have to provide, you know, for my family, you know? Like,
gone this far.
Yeah. So, your girl's told way too many people that you're going to be a wrestler. Like, you can't embarrass her now.
But what I mean is, like, that pressure that you're talking about of like, oh yeah, like, it's tough. Yeah, it is tough to be a parent. It is tough to be a partner, you know, and it is tough to, you know, have a job and still, you know, pursue your dream and whatnot. But at the same time, without that, who knows if I still would be here, you know, pursuing the same dream, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
Because now I have that pressure of, like, oh yeah, like, they're relying on, like, they're honestly, in my toughest days, sometimes, you know, I will rely on my faith first and foremost, and you know, other days, you know, it's like, oh yeah, like, I have to provide for them, you know, like, this house that we have now, you know, like, I got to keep the lights on, you know, so I got to do everything in my power to, you know, still stay on this path, and it's a blessing, bro.
No, dude, that's dope. we're gonna wrap up, but I want to say, Carlos, man, thank you for coming out.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you for being our 100th guest. I guess
when it's not that special. It's not that
special.
Not that special. Not a big deal, guys.
Job's not done.
It's just 100. That's gonna take us a long time. Now our intros are gonna be longer because before it was like episode 86, it'd be quick, but now it's like episode 103. Like it's so many syllables. It's exhausting, dude.
Make a little montage. Make a lot of montage of your past episodes for the intro.
Nah, dude, that's corny.
Yeah.
I'll probably do it.
You should do it.
I should do it.
You should do it.
Carlos, thank you, brother.
Thank you guys for having me.
Congrats again on all your achievements.
Thank you.
Once again, man, your fucking story is insane. If you guys please get a chance, go to his TikTok. Go to these videos. I'll put the link of his TikTok because it's got a moving story. Every video, I was scrolling through the other night too. Every video is either like a life lesson or why you do the monkey thing or why you have a mask or why you're so. I know someone gave you shit because you go so hard when you say your name. Sometimes you're Mexican, sometimes you're not. You get hate and you call them out. So like there's a bunch of shit, you know, like I love that you're so like into like your heritage, like and that's my thing is like I know I'm Mexican, but I don't know Spanish. And so like I'm not as hardcore into it, but like I love the culture. Like I'm glad I'm fucking Mexican. How can I put it? I think
I'm a firm believer that you don't necessarily have to speak the language to, you know, be a proud Mexican, bro.
Oh no, yeah. I just wish people would like lay off my fucking back, dude. I'm sorry, I don't know Spanish.
I get it. Yeah, no, cuz yeah. I feel that because there is a lot of people who are like, bro, you don't even know Spanish. You're not a real Mexican or whatever. You know? It's like, oh, you weren't born in Mexico. You're not a real Mexican. You know, like there's always some sort of division within our community. But nonetheless, you know, you have to embrace it and take it for what it is and just be you, man. That's all you can be. Just be you.
Damn, dude. How did this episode be all about me once again? You got any plugs? What are your Instagram, TikTok?
Just
YouTube?
Carlos Monteon Jr. on everything.
On everything? YouTube too?
Yeah.
I'll translate Carlos Montes Jr.
It's Monteon.
Monteon.
Say Montes.
he ripped it out, dude. It sounded like Montes.
Carlos Monteon Jr.
On TikTok.
Yes, sir.
On TikTok, on everything. All right. Thank you once again. Emil, follow everyone. Emil, follow everyone, dude.
I'll follow you all.
Everyone follow Emil at Emil Comedy. Follow the podcast, Slob on the Pod. Subscribe, like. I like to ramble towards
Follow Jordan Atondo Comedy.
You can follow me if you want. Don't follow me, dude.
You should.
Yeah, dude.
That's
it, guys. I love you, dude.
I love you too.
I love you. Thank you for coming,
guys.
man.
I love you. All right, dude, we're done. I need an intro song. Did you see the last episode? I didn't put one.
You did?
So we didn't get copyrighted? Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just done
You
with
got
that.
copyrighted?
No, so when the intro song I had was on a royalty-free website